Alright, here we go, round 4. We have 2 lands, a Leaf Crown Visionary and a Llanowar Elves, and eventually a Natural Order. I think this is a fine hand to keep. Let's take it. See what opponent's got for us here. Swamp, Dark Ritual, Necropotence or Necrodominance? Be a Liliana of the Vid. What are we going to sacrifice? I think Dwynen's Elite's fine. Elvish Warmaster can make us sack fodder. This is okay. Let's go like this, play a Llanowar Elves and pass. Too bad, Boseiju, you can't take out Planeswalkers. I predict my Llanowar Elves here, that's fine. Another Dark Red. What are we doing here? Shieldred. This is everything that's not good for me. So I can go Elf here, get a War Master. Next turn we get these 2 guys out. Won't have enough to draw off the Visionary, sadly. I don't think I would want to with the Shieldred out. Opponent really just has had the uninterrupted black start. Unfortunately, we're not a deck that plays much interaction, but they are really getting to do the most with their early hand here. Double Dark Ritual into 2 payoffs off of just 3 swamps. Now they're thinking a little bit. What happens now? Do we Cling to Dust, drawing another card? We take 4, unless they want to keep Liliana alive. They're actually just going to make us sack another creature. How interesting. They're just going to go the way with this Shieldred, alright. Boseiju. And I think we go Elvish Mystic Dwynen's Elite. Gives me something to do with this Natural Order. We do have Natural Order online and 1 attacker that is not going to be the creature that we find. If they attack with Shieldred, I'm kind of thinking that I might get my big Trampler guy. We go to 8. It's going to kind of need to be now or never, honestly. Yeah, I think we go to 6 here. We have to just Natural Order, sack of this. Dwynen's Elite will have to chump block here. Let's get our Tyranix Rex, or should I get an Atraxa? I think Atraxa might actually just be better, unless they can remove an Atraxa, in which case Tyranix Rex is better. If Atraxa gets dealt with, it's kind of over. What is it going to look like if I have a Tyranix Rex? I deal 4 Toxic now. They block it next turn. They go to 8 Toxic, but then it dies, and so does Shieldred. Then I'm probably still dead. So maybe I just go with an Atraxa here, and just hope that they can't deal with it. They only have 1 card in hand. In terms of creature, what do we want? Probably something that makes mana, and Elvish Archdruid will do. Unless, do we have anything else? No, we do not. And then Kalni Garden will make a blocker. No, Castle Garenberg's better. Alright. Play a land. Play a creature. And we're going to try to coast off of our 7/7. Put them to 24. Show them what's what. Well, we're definitely chumping with the Elvish Mystic. If they kill a creature, then we have to block with Atraxa and trade. 5 mana from opponent. Hopefully that last card is going to be a land. And somehow it looks like we've won a game. This is not a game that I thought we were going to win. Surprisingly, Atraxa is going to be a good enough creature to say no to the opponent. Not sure that I agree that we had it, but I will take a win where a win is a win. That's the end of round 4. 5th and final round coming up. Stick with me here. Hopefully we can end things out. Alright, it's round 4. Sorry, it's round 3. I keep getting this wrong. 2 lands. We'll have slow Llanowar Elves into Elvish Archdruid. I guess it's okay. I think this is one where it's worth going Shock here. Llanowar Elves and then Priest of Titania turn 2 instead of Archdruid. Doesn't grow our board, but it does give me my mana on time. And now actually I just get to do both with Elvish Archdruid, so this is just strictly better. There's my Archdruid. Now next turn we'll have Leaf Crown Visionary start to draw some cards for us. Cool. Colony Garden setting up a natural order here. We'll go probably Visionary here. Well, okay, I guess we gotta go for the non-counterable spell first. Then we go for the Leaf Crown Visionary. It's a little bit less good on the mana. But I guess actually what I can do here is go for an uncounterable natural order. And we don't need to get a Crater Hoof Behemoth, but we do have either Atraxa or Tyranix Rex. Ward 4 is going to be pretty good. I think we'll do this and present a really troublesome situation for them. Actually, it just looks like they can't deal with it at all. Ward 4 too expensive. Can't be countered because of the Allosaurus Shepherd. That's the Elf deck. It really just has all the proactive answers for a controlling game plan like this blue-red deck. So we got in early, we got out early. That was a great round 3. Let's go into round 4. Alright, we're in round 1. Let's see what this has for us. We actually just have a Crater Hoof Behemoth in the opening hand. This is 2 lands, potentially does not cast Elvish Archdruid. I think I need to mulligan here. We do need to have our 1 and 2 drop mana producers here. We're gonna mull, opponent keeps 7. I am feeling bold here. We do actually find what we want here, and we can put back the extra Crater Hoof Behemoth. Nice. Let's get that guy over here, and we'll keep this hand. Sadly, opponent starts first, which is not usually good for us here. We will go land, Llanowar Elves, and now we just need to find something to do with all this mana. Second Llanowar Elves is pretty good. We just have to make sure that our board doesn't die in the meantime. Logrin Triumph, Jeskai Control is a potential here. I think I rip Elvish Archdruid next turn. Try to set up for Allosaurus Shepherd. Okay. They are making some energy as well. Let's see what goes on. Elvish Archdruid number 3 is opened up. If we just end up making a lot of mana, this could be something that works. Aether Hub, they are making a lot of energy. But what will they do with it? So we'll transform it. This actually could just be the Aetherworks Marvel deck, or it could be some sort of energy synergy. Hard to say. Either way, we are going to have a lot of mana here. This is each elf you control, so Colony Garden doesn't really help me out here, but it is a land, so that's good. That means that Allosaurus Shepherd and Llanowar Elves are essentially free. Okay, they're unfortunately not going to be free anymore. We'll resolve this. Galvanic Discharge, sure. So we're going to have 5 mana to work with here. That will be enough for Allosaurus Shepherd, Llanowar Elves, and another Elvish Archdruid. Boom. And this is a pretty decent board state. Next turn we should be able to have 3 5/5s attacking in, which is great. We'll have to see what opponent has in terms of other removal. This might just be this guy energy control. Bag of Souls. Alright, we have a blocker here. Not necessarily scary. They'll need to attack to do anything with these creatures. It's not looking like a board that's going to be very friendly for them. Royal Cartographer here. Oh, Harness Lightning again. Alright. So this kind of slows down my ability to do what I want to do here, sadly. Elvish War Master is a good one, though. We have exactly enough mana to make this work, so we'll go War Master. We'll go Archdruid. And hoping that this Archdruid will stick around here, because then we'll be able to make our army big and get in. A lot of energy coming out for the opponent here. Let's see what they have. Scalding Tarn goes away. Basic here, more energy. And what's that going to be used for? Is it something catastrophic? Looks like they want to kill something. I'm glad they chose the War Master. That's not what we were afraid of them taking. They we'll get to activate Allosaurus Shepherd next turn unless there's another spell in hand. Unstable Amulet, fine. Does this deal damage when it dies? Deals damage to each opponent, that's okay. Aether Hub, cool. Leaf Crown Visionary is a thing that can happen. Now I think that I want to attack with all my elves. 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll attack. Move to combat, use blockers, see what happens. They're looking for removal here. It seems like they won't find it. They will have to make blocks, otherwise they die. They're going to draw 3 cards here, looking to kill something. 2 of my creatures will get in now. They will go to a pretty low life total. And they shouldn't activate anything because they do need to have 2 blockers. Alright, we see 1 block, we see 2 blocks. Makes sense. Now, do I want to spend this mana on Allosaurus Shepherd? I think I do. And yes, the auto tapper is doing it correct. We want to use all the Archdruid for it. Here we go. Alright, our stuff goes 3. Opponent goes to 3. And we also get Leaf Crown Visionary out as well. Alright. Next attack should be lethal. They'll have to wipe the board most likely and gain life. Amped Raptor. Alright. See what they find. It'll just be another unstable amulet. That's fine. And can we limp over the finish line here? Another Amped Raptor. 7 energy. They could hit something good. Volatile Storm Drake. Alright, what happens here? Enter the battlefield. Exchange control with that and my Archdruid. Oh, that sucks. They pay some energy equal to its mana value. I do have a 3/3 in the air though. Interesting to see what they are going to plan to do about that. Funnily enough, I think I might just win with their flyer. We lose Allosaurus Shepherd. Now things can be counted. Will this matter? They have 4 blockers. We have 5 relevant attackers. One of them's a flyer. And it has hexproof, funnily enough, so they can't do anything about it. And I think we might have them anyway. I think they may have been better if they had not swapped for my Elvish Archdruid, but it is what it is. I guess they had to do that on ETB. It is what it is. Let's move to combat, swing in with this 3/3 and take it. So funnily enough, our Elvish aggro deck is going to win with a blue Drake. How funny. Anyway, that's round 1 in the bag. Let's go to round 2. Try to do it again. Alright, here we go. Round 3. Sorry, round 2. Just kidding. This opening hand has 2 lands, including Disciple. Llanowar Elves kind of gets us to a point where we can play stuff, but then this Attracts is not very good. I think we're going to mulligan. We'd prefer to see like Natural Order or something like this. This is another 2-lander, but I think I'm a little bit happy about this one. We'll keep this 6 and get rid of the Craterhoof Behemoth. Let's do that, say go, and we'll drop a tapped Disciple of Freyalise, I think. Yeah, because we want this Leaf Crown Visionary to eventually be a, or we want this Allosaurus Shepherd to be a card draw. 2 mono, we're playing against mono red. Alright. Well, this Cavern of Souls on Elf will be pretty good. And Dwynen's Elite here is going to be nice after Leaf Crown Visionary. We've got to hope that they don't remove it. Regardless, I'm happy to use Dwynen's Elite to block. Alright, there's a static discharge at my face, totally fine. We'll go land even here. Let's go Dwynen's Elite, or should I go Elvish Archdruid? Ooh, that's hard to say. I think I go Dwynen's Elite here. We just need to make sure that the board's wide. I will auto pay here. I think a card is pretty important. We have a 3/3 and a 2/2. We'll get our 1/1 in there as well. Cycle of Freyalise will be our 4th land, if I'm feeling so inclined to pay 3 life for this. I think I might want to hold on to my life with the amount of bolting that's happening here. This etching can't hurt me. Right at the stage is a problem. It's a mountain and a reinforced Ronin. Totally fine. And we just threw the critics to the face. Alright. Well, we're just going to hold here. I think that we go with a tapped land. Play an Elvish Archdruid. And we will attack with the 4/4, start to soften them up. We're going to leave a 3/3 blocker back. That is not the Archdruid, just in case. Then the next turn, it's a bunch of things plus Allosaurus Shepherd, and then the following turn, hopefully, will be a attack for lethal. It's really just static discharge to the face, not even trying to deal with my board state. How crazy. Alright, Reinforced Ronin goes right back with no attacks. Sweet. That's exactly what we like to see. Let's go War Master here. This is a situation where we're not drawing a card. No, we can draw a card because we have Archdruid. Yeah, we're fine. War Master. We have something for instant speed. Let's go Dwynen's Elite after we play another 1-drop, so we'll make it this Allosaurus Shepherd. We're not drawing a card here. We're going to have 6 mana here, so it's going to be Dwynen's, Llanowar Elf plus draw a card. You know, I don't think I need to go so wide. We already have the important things out. I will autopay here. Find a Colony Garden. Sweet. And then we'll go Llanowar Elf. We'll maximize on mana. We will draw here, and then we go Dwynen's Elite. Alright, cool. I could actually draw 1 more if I play an Allosaurus Shepherd instead. Let's do this. Finally getting all of that draw usage out of Leaf Crown Visionary, and it'll be a Bosager instead. Colony Garden produces a blocker for me, so that's good. And I think we're attacking with everything that can attack here, which will be 7 damage worth. Opponent's on a 1-turn clock. They'll need to deal 2 spells worth of damage to my face, which they have shown me is entirely within the realm of possibility. Alright, they're just going to channel to draw a card. That's actually perfect. We'll need to hit 2 spells here. Alright, they do get to scry. 1 to the bottom. Will they be able to draw here? Looks like they won't. There'll be a haste prowess creature, and it looks like we'll be able to natural order here, sacking our plant. We will go for our good friend the Craterhoof Behemoth here. I want to kill my Elvish Archdruid, putting me to 1. It is not going to matter here. Alright, cool. Sack the green creature, got a Craterhoof Behemoth. Let's make a huge board and kill our opponent. Alright, that's more or less what the deck wanted to do here. We were able to leverage our Leaf Crown Visionary into a bunch of draws, and that got us our win. Pretty sweet, and we did it just in time to win at 1 life. That was a good round 2. Let's go into round 3. Alright, 5th and final round here. Let's hope that it ends up being nice to us. Our starting hand is a bunch of lands and 1-mana mana dorks, and then a Craterhoof Behemoth. Opponent's got the hand of 7, and I don't know if I can. The Cavern of Souls is good, but then really it's going to be, I play on turn 1 a Llanowar Elves, and on turn 2 I have access to 3 mana. If I want to Shock Disciple, I probably don't, so then I have Elvish Mystic and Allosaurus Shepherd. Then the next turn I'll have access to 5 mana. And it really just doesn't do anything unless I draw one of my mana dorks, or my other mana dorks. I mean, that's going to be an 8 in 53. I don't think I like the odds of this. We're going to mulligan. I think that we've been rewarded for this. I'm definitely happy to keep this. And the question is, do I drop a land or a creature? I think we will probably drop the land, and it'll be Disciple of Freyalise, I think. We'll pass. If Elvish Mystic gets destroyed, that's going to really suck, but unless we're playing red, we don't often see this. Now, we're playing a colorless deck, and it's probably going to be, some Eldrazi, like at that Herald's End. Ugin's Labyrinth into a 2-drop is always a a very good thing for them to be doing. We, on the other hand, are not super happy to see that. So we're going to set up a Priest of Titania turn, and then we're really just hoping that this mana can convert into something useful. Well, we've really hit all the natural order targets this game so far, so things have been nice. Opponent goes for their ramp of their own. This is going to be at least green Tron. I think they're incentivized to not block my Mystic if I were to attack with it, but I do really need to work on my board state here for this Priest of Titania. So I think I have to just go like this. And then this is also a little awkward because my Elvish War Master is a Jugger. It is what it is. If we can get Elvish War Master and another creature out next turn, this actually looks pretty solid. We might be able to slip in before they do the thing. Unfortunately, the One Ring is going to say absolutely not to that plan. We got to draw into something nice here. We're just going to take our chip damage here. Totally fine with that. Doesn't matter to us. Castle Garenbrig, not the thing we were hoping to see. We'll drop an Elvish War Master here and at least hold up a good Allosaurus Shepherd block. The Seiju cannot kill the One Ring, sadly. Ugin's Labyrinth actually could be dead, and that is pretty important to us. Let's do that now. Kill Ugin's Labyrinth. We'll have to find a non-2 mana producing source, but they will find something. I see the Koi Stomping Ground, so. What will they find? If we find a Stomping Ground, they will shock it even. We're definitely not attacking here. We just have to sit. And then next turn, it's just work on Allosaurus Shepherd. The One Ring comes down. This is potentially bad for them because I have 4 attackers that can go over their guys. They will start to die to the One Ring eventually. This is 4 mana. They can cast a 6-drop or a 7-drop. We might have to deal with something annoying here. We'll be able to put them to 10. It's just another Llanowar, it's fine. And there'll be another One Ring, dang. Alright. That resolves. That can happen. We'll attack for 2. I mean, I'm inclined to keep taking it. We do actually just get some attacks in next turn, which is nice. We finally have a creature to play. That's good. 4 mana, 5 mana with that. We will have to leave the Priest of Titania back, which is awkward. We get to make a token here. Sweet. We go in like 1, 2, 3. Wait for blockers. So go. They'll be put down to 10 here, unless they don't do anything. And in that case, we don't do anything because they have protection up. And now I see why this is a thing that they did. Alright, so Priest of Titania is still a thing. We can block if it matters. And now we wait for our board to get wiped by an Ugin. One Ring, sure. We need to find another One Ring or an answer here. That Blast Zone is looking pretty scary. That takes out 3 of my creatures. So realistically, I only have an Elvish War Master and a 1/1 that stick around. Okay, well, if that's the Ugin that I was kind of worried about, we're going to lose everything here. I think that might mean that this is the end of the game here. Ugin for 2 is an absolute bargain. Cheaper than dealing 3 damage to me. And yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of colorless ramp showing up in the next couple of weeks here. It heralds the end, a very good card, and wherever Ugin's Labyrinth is, I think it's in the graveyard. All so we're going to use our board here. That heralds the end is just going to continue to poke along against us. And we'll attempt to rebuild. This is a good card to start with. But I'm seeing the writing on the wall here. Faithless Looting. Could this be Reanimator as well? I don't see black. I don't see any colors that are typical for Reanimation. Another Ugin's Labyrinth goes away. They must not have a 7-drop in hand. Okay, that means we have a little bit more time. They have Ascend, which I think comes from Arch of Orazka. Ugin... Oh, right. Ugin just kills my board as soon as I play anything. I think ultimately this might just be a game ender right here. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything about Ugin. We would need some sort of instant seed spell to get rid of him. I have 4 mana, not enough to use Garenberg for anything. I was about to say if we drew something like this, this could be a way to get through and kill Ugin, but sadly don't have the mana. So I think we'll go ahead and chalk this one up here to a loss, save ourselves some time and the opponent some clicks, and we'll concede here. But this will wrap up the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We got to combo off with all 3 of our payoffs this game, or this series, so that is ultimately a win. Make sure to like and comment on the video, helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you want the deck list, it'll be in the description as well. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All things that help with the YouTube algorithm. With that being said, I think I kind of repeated a little bit there, but you know the deal. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Always helps out a lot. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. All right, for another look at Modern Horizons 3, we're going to be taking a look at Elfball today. Some of the new cards that we're getting from Modern Horizons include Priest of Titania, an elf that comes in as a 1/1 for 2 mana, but adds mana for each elf on the battlefield, very similarly to our 3-drop Elvish Archdruid, which has always just been a very important card to play in these sort of decks. So what we're doing here is setting up a very potent 1/2/3 drop with Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic into Priest of Titania into Elvish Archdruid. Obviously, the Llanowar Elves into Elvish Archdruid path still exists, but we have drops on 1, 2, and 3 now, so it's going to be pretty consistent that we're having a lot of mana unless our deck is dealt with. And so what we want to do from there is find some ways to use this mana, and what we want to do is leverage Leaf-Crowned Visionary, a card that is sometimes showing up in these decks. It's an anthem for it's an anthem for elves, and it does give us some card draw here, and with the excess amount of mana that we should have, this should be a decent source of card draw. Also, we have the usual suspects of Elvish Warmaster as a mana outlet with its 7 mana ability, Allosaurus Shepherd as a outlet with its 6 mana ability, and then we'll have things like Natural Order. We'll be able to hardcast Craterhoof Behemoth, Tyranix Rex, and potentially even the new land creature Modal Dual-Faced card, Disciple of Frailes for 6 mana. This is basically just another way to draw cards if we have the mana for it. So hopefully this is going to be able to make sure that this deck has some legs in the late game where often it does not have. In this build, we are playing a bunch of Colony Gardens because getting Natural Order is going to be pretty important, and with the situation we're in where we want to buff our board of Elvish Warmasters and Allosaurus Shepherds, we want to make sure that we retain the amount of elves on the battlefield. So we want to sacrifice something different to our Natural Order, and Colony Garden makes sense to do. We are basically running 16 lands here. It's definitely an extremely low land count, but we have so many ways to make mana that this is something that actually makes sense. And then Disciple of Frailes does add, it does basically its best land ability. It does its best land impression here. So we essentially are looking as though we have 20 pretty much, so that's not too bad. We're definitely, because of that, going to be taking hands that have these Priest of Titania, Llanowar Elves, Elvish Archdruid starts, because mana is going to be very important. We really need to make sure that we ramp out early and often so that we can get ahead of our opponent, get our board state set up, and then hopefully kill them before they can do anything about it. This is Modern Horizon Priest Elves. Should be fun. Let's hop into some games here and see what this deck can do. Before we hop into the video, make sure to like and comment. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you're new for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you in round 1.